Well, good day and welcome to you. It is October the 14th, and I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful day. Now, if you're new to Search for Signs, I want to welcome you. If you're someone who has listened to a video or two before in the past, I want to welcome you back. My name is Gary Willing, and on this channel, we talk about the emergence of Maitreya and the Masters of Wisdom. Now, there's probably 400 or so videos by now, I think, or pretty close, where we talk about this. And you can get a lot of information by checking out the previous videos that have been posted on this channel. But I do think the best way to know more about this, if you don't know anything about it, if you know something about it, you want to educate yourself better about it, about the emergence of Maitreya, or even if you want to see if there's any truth to it or not for yourself, definitely check out the links that I provided in the description portion of this video. If you don't mind me suggesting one to look at first, definitely check out the share-international.org, Share International's website, because I think there you can get more information in one spot than you can anywhere else. So hopefully you'll take advantage of it. Now, in the last video, I tried to address a comment that someone posted about, for lack of a better way of saying it, his concern about unity and how he doesn't believe that humanity should have a singularity of purpose or shouldn't have any kind of conformity or some kind of normity. Which is true. I mean, unity is not conformity. It's unity in diversity, which we tried to address in the last video. But he also talked about the Aquarian age, and this is what I want to talk about today, because he had said something about kind of equating, like, people worship the Aquarian age. Nobody's worshiping anything with the Aquarian age. The energies from Aquarius are starting to change the thinking and the way that people interact and relate with one another already. Now, there's two very large groups of people, and it's almost equal in proportion. Those people who are responding to the new energies of Aquarius and those people who are still holding on to the energies of the past because that's what's familiar and that's what's comfortable. The problem with that type of thinking is they're really on the losing end of it, because as time goes on, our solar system's moving out of the under the influence of Pisces and more every day into the influence of Aquarius. So I wanted to perhaps shed some more light on this, not me personally, but read something coming from Benjamin Creme's master about, it's entitled From Pisces to Aquarius, and it's a wonderful article. Hopefully you'll listen to it all the way through. But I do also want to point out, for those people who are fundamentalist Christians who listen to this channel, if you go to the New Testament, the symbol for the fish, which is the age-old symbol, far earlier than even when Jesus was in Palestine, people looked at the constellation of Pisces as the fish, and the constellation of Aquarius as the water carrier. This has been like this for eons. And written in the New Testament is the symbol of the fish, fishermen among men. You know, most of the disciples were fishermen and so forth. This was a symbol of Jesus being the world teacher for the age of Pisces, which is now coming to an end. And then there was a tiny little, really one-line stanza in the Bible where Jesus turns to his disciples and said, "Follow the man carrying the bucket of the water up the stairs and thus prepare the feast." And that was in a very, very oblique reference to Maitreya, who was the world teacher working through Jesus at the time that Jesus was in Palestine, as being the world teacher for this upcoming age, because the age-old symbol for Aquarius is the water carrier. So I want to read this article. Hopefully you'll listen to it all the way through. From Pisces to Aquarius, and it was published in Share International on November 2012, and it was written by Benjamin Creme's master. Within the present era, there are many things which must be preserved, for we must not forget that the age of Pisces, now fading fast into history, has bequeathed to us much of value and worth. Of course, the great quality of individuality can be cited as the glory of Pisces, but there are other gifts owed to the Piscean experience of the last 2,000 years. A new and more potent idealism has enriched the hearts and minds of millions, thus causing the birth and spread of the world's great religions with their essentially nourishing and civilizing thought. The urge to know, to travel, and to trade flourished as never before, and a new world, literally, appeared to men's astonishing eyes. Inevitably, early trade became greedy exploitation and annexation. Thus, as always, the empires grew and waxed rich and strong. Often the conquering heroes felt wrongly, but sometimes rightly, that they had a civilizing and enlightening mission, that the quote-unquote savages needed, quote, saving. And the golds and spices were not the real reason for their presence far from home. This was indeed so in many cases. The urge to know and to apply that knowledge is evident in the work of Leonardo da Vinci, whose scientific explorations have led to the advance of modern medicine and even to modern aircraft and space exploration. All of this and more results from the Piscean experience. If individuality was Pisces' greatest gift, today, as we enter the new age of Aquarius, the misuse of that same individuality has become man's greatest danger and threat. Throughout the world, powerful individuals, governments, and institutions hold millions in thrall. In these circumstances, men have become pawns, held at ransom to the vagaries of the market. Institutions of all kinds, government, banks, and corporations, have reduced the shining individuality of their workers to passive obedience. Elsewhere, others starve and die in silence, or slave for a daily pittance, while the rich add riches to their unholy hoard. This divisive norm is driving men to the edge of destruction and presents them with a historic choice: to continue thus and end forever man's sojourn on planet Earth, or to change direction completely. Already the signs are there that men have seen the danger and throughout the world are awakening to a new dawn. The shining light of Aquarius is entering their hearts, and the cries of justice and freedom rise readily to their lips. This same justice, through sharing, will bring men out of their darkness and lift them onwards to their destined goal. Thus shall it be. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.